What's going on, guys? You know, I don't understand what we've gotten to just like pummeling each other over Pokemon cards. You know, the new Blooming Water came out, and I myself haven't been keeping up with Pokemon for a long time. The last time I enjoyed one of the games was like X and Y when it was Mega Evolutions. That was really cool to me. I've tried a lot of the console releases since then, and they just really haven't, I don't know, they haven't like struck me as good. Now, by all means, if you like them, I'm not trying to, you know, take that away from you. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I am one that believes, you know, video games are for everybody, but cards. The card collecting thing has been around for, God, a long time. Okay, I collect Magic the Gathering cards. Not as much as I used to, not as openly as I did, but I still try to buy a box here and there, crack them open, see what they got, see what they've been coming up with. In fact, I'm still trying to buy Kawagama sets to actually, you know, get all the Miyoshins and stuff that came from there and the shrines and stuff. I think I'm missing like one or two, but I absolutely love breaking them open. You can call it gambling, but I think I have a very good, strong grip on it. Okay, I'm not buying them willy-nilly, just trying to bust them open and resell them. It's mainly meant for collecting stuff. I also like to collect the solid all-in-one art cards. They're really cool. So it's a fun little thing to do on the side just for collecting purposes. That's literally it. But to fight each other over to scalp prices, which, by the way, these are scalpers. Nobody cares about them. They're soulless, godless heathens, like plagues. They just like going everywhere and destroying everything. Decided they want to commit some misdemeanor assaults to get them a few extra boxes. I mean, these boxes are being sold for double price, I'm pretty sure. They're probably breaking open the boxes, breaking open packs, and trying to get quick graded cards, get them sold real quick, and just try to make a quick buck, or a quick 1,000. I don't know how much they're going for. Definitely, I'm probably over-exaggerating, or to be honest, maybe I'm so dumb, and it is $1,000. I might be off. But I think it's just ridiculous that it's gotten to this point where scalpers are getting out there and just actually boxing one another and trying to take what would be an easy buy for somebody that wants to collect these and making it a lot harder for everybody. But yeah, that's what happened at Costco, a couple Costcos actually, and I was only able to really get a clip or two.
No running! No running! Oh my god. Oh my god. Híjole! Oh my god, Bill!
So I want to go ahead and reiterate that these are scalpers. Don't feel bad for them. They're idiots. You should point and laugh at every one of them that are hurting each other. They're idiots. They're childish. It's absolutely archaic to act this way just to try to get a quick buck off some very vulnerable people that would want to purchase these. Now, I know a lot of people is like, oh, well, if they're willing to spend that money, yeah, the joke's on them. Of course it is. I'm not going to say it's not a little bit goofy that somebody would be willing to pay double the price for these boxes. But it kind of comes down to collectors or, you know, people trying to make a quick buck or people trying to literally buy things to collect them in general. There could be a certain card they want, which usually you'd break the boxes and just, you know, buy them individually. But some of them know more than likely it would be gambling at that point. The best way not to gamble is to make the gambling somebody else's problem. So just buy the box for, I don't know, $100. We're going to say $100. Sell it for $200. You got your $100. You'd be beating yourself up that you didn't open them, which some of them are going to, and they're going to get them quick graded and get them put on their nice little shelf and everything to be take pictures, all that, and they're going to sell them. And like I've stated, I collect cards, okay? The ones I collect. Magic, right here, okay? Which this is a terrible set. But, you know, I still have Kawagama I got to buy. I got a bunch of other stuff I still got to buy. There's some new ones I want to look into. I don't think anything this year. I think it's a bunch of reprints I'm not even going to worry about. But I've been collecting for like 20 years. I've enjoyed it. I don't play it as often, but I still like collecting them. I still like breaking them open. I like to see, I'm not going to sell, but I like to see the prices on some of them. In fact, I got like, I think 3 of the top 5 cards got pulled out of this box on stream. I thought it was really cool. But I think it's getting to absolutely goofy levels. And I would say I blame content creation, which is a double-edged sword. I mean, on one hand, you get a lot of good that comes from content creation. You get a lot of freedom, a lot of people, you know, making things that they want to make. Then you got people pushing stuff to try to make sales like this.
That's why you make it too easy.
Did I mention these are adults fighting over Pokemon? Because, yeah, they're adults fighting over Pokemon. This is a very weird world to live in at this point. Like I said, I remember days when you could just go to Target and buy you a booster pack, or they had the big boxes, go to Walmart, whatever. Greed's been a thing. I'm not going to say that doesn't exist. I don't know. The level of just weaponized asshole, didn't exist back then. It was very far and in between. And now it's gotten to the point where everybody is trying to get a quick flip, an easy out. And like if you buy 10 of those boxes for, say, $100 a piece, then you sell each box for $200 a piece. You're not really doing a lot. And what makes it, the only way that it would make sense is if you bought, say, 3 boxes or whatever in an attempt to get the higher selling cards. Because I do know that unlike Magic the Gathering, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think have like the highest dollar back that you can get in a lot of their cards. A lot of their cards will sell for like $1,000 and $2,000 day one, damn near, just depending on what you pull. Those cards get super expensive. I'm not even going to lie. I know that much about that. Magic the Gathering, I think, the highest priced card is like a Black Lotus. And yeah, good luck getting the, besides the gimmick of the One Ring. Let's go ahead and throw that out there. That's more of a gimmick. But the Black Lotus, is like one of the highest priced cards out there. And I've actually seen a guy who owned a few. He should still have them. I know he has to have them. He owned them way back in the day before I think they were like as expensive. They were still expensive. They just weren't thousands of dollars like they are now. Back then, they were probably, kind of funny though. Back then, they were the price of a cheap car, and a Black Lotus is still the price of what would be a cheap car, which is just fascinating. Though it went from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars, and it's still the same price as a small fucking car. That is ridiculous. But this really does just hurt my feelings that people are beating each other up just to do a resell. Like, not the fact they're beating each other up, who they are. It's the fact that it's come to this. I myself am a procurer of certain things, different stuff I collect. I'm not a manga collector. I just collect the ones that I like. I'm not an action figure collector. I just buy the ones I like. I don't buy, toys. I just buy a few that I like the Street Sharks. They came out. I think they were remakes of some old ones. I bought them. I thought it was like, you know what? I like these. I'll take them. I have a handful of Vegeta figures. I have a lot of things that, a small bit of a lot of things that I like. I don't sit here and just, collect all of the Vegeta figures that's ever been made, or I'm going to collect every single Magic together. I'm not going to do that, but at the same time, it hurts me to see, what could be a good community. The Pokemon cards are released all the time. They got reprints. They got all these really rare, exclusive design ones. They got new, like, EX. I can't remember all the new stuff because, like I said, I've been out of the game for a long time. I collected cards for a very small, minute time when I was like a teenager, up to when I was a teenager. And then I just kind of grew out of it. More and more, I started getting into regular anime, not just Pokemon, and kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! I just didn't really care too much for that. It was cool at the time, but it just started getting more convoluted, and I just could not keep watching. So after that, I just kind of drove away from it. And I still played the games. And I may have already mentioned it, but, the games they're a complete miss now to me. And I don't think that's super controversial. I know it's kind of split down the middle between, the people of old and the people of new. You got the newer people coming in and enjoying it. You got some of the older people still enjoying it. But then you got, all the old heads that definitely don't like it anymore. And a lot of them would say, oh, it hasn't been good since Game Boy or since Leaf Green, the remake on Advance. You got a bunch of people that be arguing all the time about that. But to me, I think it's gotten to the point where it's just scalping for cards and mediocre games. But yeah, guys, that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.